Great changes in politics sometimes change how we think about the past. And this is what happened in 1978. Deng Xiaoping, who had been forced out by Mao Zedong, came back into power after Mao's death and changed the course of Chinese politics, society, and the economy. The China we see today, this rich, vibrant, expanding country, that's Deng Xiaoping's work. But in 1978, some historians began to look at the past and change the way they thought about it too. And specifically, they changed their verdict on two of the people we'll be talking about today. Throughout the history of the People's Republic, Wang Anshi, a political reformer of the 11th century, had been regarded as the best of the politicians of the time, a man who was on the right track. And his leading opponent, Sima Guang, a conservative historian, was regarded as having been wrong. Well, in 1978, historians began to write new kinds of articles that said maybe Wang Anshi was wrong and Sima Guang was right. We're not going to try to make a judgment about that. And we're not sure that the choice is really only between Sima Guang and Wang Anshi, because there's another person we'll talk about today as well, Su Shi, who was both a politician and a poet. Let me tell you about what we want to do. We want briefly to review the context in which this great political debate emerged, because this debate about the role of government in society is a paradigmatic debate in Chinese history. And that's one of the reasons why it was so important in 1978 for historians to reevaluate it. What they were really talking about was what was the proper role for government in history. So we want to look at the context, then we want to look at what was at stake for Sima Guang, for Wang Anshi, and for Su Shi. And I think you'll see that there are connections between the attitudes and aesthetics of those paintings and the people we'll be talking about today. We're also going to be able to go back and read some of the writings, both about politics and about literature and art and thought generally, that Wang Anshi and Sima Guang and Su Shi wrote at the time. You'll be reading them in English translation, but we have them available for you in Chinese as well.